Hey, welcome to Lakeside Tarot. My name is Tara. Thank you for joining me for today's reading. This reading is going to be for the collective. It may or may not resonate with you. Please use your own discernment to decide what is and what is not for you. Today is Sunday, May 18th. I'm in my PJs, drinking my coffee. It's raining outside again. I was just saying yesterday how we had a sunny day, but it's back to the rain this morning. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get started, see what's going on. What does the collective need to know? What do we need to know on this Sunday? First thing out is ascension, spiritual path awakening. Okay, that's good. We got family, blood ties, inner circle. My hands are a little shaky. Still waking up. And then we've got recalling, reminiscing, memories returning. I'm getting past life energy here. And a part of me wants to, we got running, avoiding. Part of me wants to get a past life deck out, but I'm going to wait. Let me just go grab it. Let's go grab it because we got telepathic dream songs. Hang on. We got another. I like this tarot deck too. All right, so we got past life oracle. I've been saying I need to make a past life deck because there's not enough of those. And old style tarot. I like these for past life energy. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right, what's going on here? Lessons and blessings, baby. So this could be an actual baby, something to do with children for sure. This could also have to do with a new beginning. All right, let's see. Shark. Biblical. All right, there's something religious, spiritual related here. Okay. This could go back to biblical times. All right, so you got a hardworking masculine here, someone who takes on the role of masculinity. You know, I'm not super hip to all biblical things. My brother is a pastor, so I know some, and I did grow up in the Christian church. But they talk about men working, to their brow, right? I'm not sure exactly what the verse is there, but men or masculine energies, there's an expectation that they are hard workers, right? Biblically, there's an expectation. This is a masculine energy here. Who is that? This is someone who encompasses biblical masculine qualities. They're a very hard worker. They build things. They fix things. This is someone who doesn't go around, playing the victim, looking for help. They do it. They're a creator. We've got health. This could be someone who was a doctor in a past life. Could have been in like a pediatrician, someone who worked with children. We've got high priest or priestess. Bottom of the deck here, love life. And then we've got or travel. So travel here at the bottom. You could have been a high priestess in a past life, very spiritual, very hands-on, again, healer of the hands. This person may have been like a medical doctor. Okay, this could have been a couple here. One was a medical doctor, the other was a high priestess. But both healers. You may have had at least 2 children together, possibly a third. This person may have traveled for work. They could have been like a traveling doctor, especially back, in the day, if, you had the best of the best or whatever. They may have had to go from one place to another in order to help, especially if they were, I shouldn't say especially, but I'm getting pediatrician vibes off of this. Someone who was a healer of children, like a medical doctor. We've got lessons and blessings coming out again. Someone's getting downloads here about past life memories. Something to do with a watch. There's something significant about a watch. Okay? This could have been someone who always wore a watch. I don't know what they would have looked like in biblical times. I'm not real sure. Leaving or travel. Yeah, there was something here, definitely a traveling doctor. Okay? This person may have wore a watch because they were always counting down, like waiting to when they could return to you. You may have been pregnant, okay? Because we had baby. That's why I said 2, possibly 3 kids, because one of the first things I saw when I was shuffling was this baby here. Okay, so this could have been a situation where you were pregnant and your masculine was called out. They had to travel, they had to go do something as far as their profession is concerned. Maybe they were worried that they weren't going to get back in time for the birth of your child, or maybe they weren't there for the birth of your child. But there's something here about them looking at a watch, like constantly counting down to when can I get back to my family? When can I get back to my family? There's something here about that in this lifetime. Okay, so if you're in separation with your person, they may be in this lifetime always looking at the clock, always looking at the calendar, always counting down to the next time they're going to see you. They may not realize that there's a deeper meaning to this. Okay, they may be kind of subconsciously reliving memories of, I missed something important, or I needed to get back in order to see this, experience this. This could be a very hard worker in this lifetime. Okay, they may have to work a lot. That may kind of stand in the way of this relationship. I've got goosebumps all over. We've got mother and orphan. Male, female. There could be something here about you feeling alone during these times, you feeling like you had to raise the kids by yourself. This may have caused arguments between the two of you. Say this person was a traveling physician, okay, and they had to go, and you were at home raising the children, okay? You were doing what, you needed to do, but you were missing your man or your woman, your masculine. You may have felt like, I have to do this all alone. There may have been like, some low key resentment here, or a misunderstanding is more so what I'm getting. Like you could have maybe avoided this person at times because you were upset about the separation between the two of you. There's definitely a disconnect. All right. I do think it's important to understand, like, as I'm channeling this, that this person, this masculine, was constantly counting down the minutes until they could be back with you. So if for any reason you're kind of off put by this person or turning your back at times because of the separation in this lifetime, keep in mind that this is somebody who in this lifetime and in past lifetimes during separation was waiting until they could be back with you again. It's definitely a misunderstanding here. And you're entitled to feel this way, right? Because if you were with somebody and you were in love and you had this family and they just had to leave for work, that's what they did for work, and you were at home raising the children, doing all the work, and then this person, is focused on work and they come back around, you may just kind of be a little shut off, or a little like closed off to the idea of being close to them or communicating with them, because you may have felt like, you missed so much, like, and I was doing this all by myself. It's really kind of sad, to be honest with you, because this is somebody who, this could be a lesson for them too, okay, is to make sure that, yes, biblically speaking, you are a hard worker, right? You're doing your part. You're, even if you're on the road traveling, what you're doing is you're providing. You're a provider. But on the flip side here, you've got a feminine energy who's like, yes, and I appreciate everything that you do and the fact that you're providing, but it's still hard on my side. It's still, we're still missing you on this side. This might be something that this masculine is going through, as far as kind of, what's the word? Like, processing the fact that, yes, it is important to work very hard and to provide, but not at the expense of neglecting your marriage or your union, not at the expense of um, missing out on, the beautiful things in life. The memories, wars and battles. Persecution, inquisition. There's definitely something here about mirroring, also masculine versus masculine, that comes up a lot in readings when we're not channeling any past life energy, is about these two masculines who are going head to head. And then there's something here about persecution. Spouse. Hmm. Phobias. Greco-Roman. There could have been something about Greco-Roman times. You could be processing fears from a past lifetime. There definitely could have been something here where, if you were a high priestess in a past lifetime, there was a masculine energy who was against this, what you did. Because we've got the arts here at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so these could be masculine energies that are very grounded in the 3D. You've always been very spiritual, 5D, expressing yourself through the arts. It's different. It's a different way of thinking. It's a different way of moving through life. That's why they say some people are left side brain, some people are right side brain. I don't know which one is which, but you've got very logical thinkers, you've got very creative thinkers. There's something here about you being a very creative thinker and moving through life in a very creative way, and your masculine and maybe another masculine here being very logical thinkers. There's something here about communal living. So maybe this person was, I don't know if they were traveling with another masculine um, doctor of sorts, or, if they were on their team traveling it, whatever way, whatever this other, what would this other person's title be, or what is it that they were? Because it's almost like they were traveling with another masculine energy who didn't like you, or who was always given this masculine a hard time. Like, this masculine's like, I can't wait to get back to my wife, my family, my children. And there was something about the way that you moved through life that just irritated the shit out of this other masculine. And they may have been traveling with them. You may have been very worried because we had phobias and communal living. Like, when my man's gone, they're with this asshole that doesn't like me. Monk or nun, angels. I don't know. Maybe this was somebody who was a monk, right? Who, like, claimed to have spiritual, I don't know, be spiritually guided or something like that. Wisdom, spiritual wisdom. Got trees, Asia. I don't know, it's a lot going on, but let's dig a little deeper. Dig a little deeper. Let's get this old style tarot out and see what's going on here. So you got past life energy. I love when past life energy comes out. I love channeling it. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, there's something here about this. There's something going on. This masculine energy in a past life was an enemy of sorts. This is somebody who has claimed in this lifetime and in past lifetimes to have the same type of gifts that you have. Okay, where you are just straight up in tune with the divine at all times, receiving messages, flowing through life in a very I don't know the word to use, but just going with the flow of life, trusting in your faith. Okay, this person may have had a title of something like that, but this is not somebody who lived that. Okay, so you've got someone here because we got retaliation, rage, denial. So you got someone who's mad, who's talking shit about you to your spouse and in denial about that. Okay, if you look at, I love going back to the fruits of the spirit. It's one of my favorite things. It resonates very deeply with me as far as biblical things go. Like I said, I'm not a biblical scholar. It's not my job. It's not my calling. But I do know some things. The fruits of the spirit: patience, kindness, self-control. There's 9 of them. They're all very calming. Okay, they're all very, don't snap on anybody. Okay, there's also many biblical texts that talk about controlling your anger, not being explosive. So you've got this like monk or some shit here that hates you and that wants to talk shit about you to your spouse, yet they're not encompassing spiritual fruits. Okay? So you've got someone here and they're in denial about that. To them, it's like, I was not trying to retaliate by talking shit about your spouse to you. That wasn't my thing here, Marionette. This is someone very controlling. Protest, trap, loneliness. Yes, this is past life. This is this life. And we're going to stick with the past life energy at least through one more spread here. Gift. This is your spiritual gift. That's what this is. This is somebody who has protested your spiritual gifts. Natural disaster. All right, let's get into it. This person's a hater. And they're not spiritually in tune, and they're not they don't live by what they claim. This is somebody who claims, but they don't live by it. We've got Page of Pentacles. Yeah. You've got the word dictatorship here. This is somebody who took their title and who has taken their title in every lifetime as an opportunity to try to control people. See how he's holding this page up or this pentacle up? This is someone who's a page. Maybe this person didn't get paid very much or anything, you know, but to them, it's as long as they had control. I've got the title of monk. I'm the one who's spiritually in tune. It's like that. And then you got the high priestess as the overall energy at the bottom of the deck. You're very quiet. You're not someone who's out here puffing your chest out saying, actually, I'm spiritually in tune and this person's acting like a fool over here. Okay? I mean, you can see things very clearly. The high priestess, her or his third eye is wide open. Wide open. You can see this. You can, not only can you see it clear as day, but you can feel it. Okay? You can smell it. You can, all of those things. Your senses are so in tune. There's something here about this person's aura. They could be a fire sign. They don't have to be, but I'm seeing solar plexus energy surrounding this person. This person's very outgoing. There's something about them feeling like they have to be seen. But they carry this title as if that's what they really are. We've got the Queen of Wands and the Page of Cups. Five of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. Someone was receiving, even if they were a monk or whatever the hell their title is in this lifetime, past lifetimes, they were receiving signs to stop acting like an asshole, and they were fighting back. So even if this person does receive spiritual signs, they don't take heed to them. They say, no, thank you. I'm in the middle of being me, claiming who I am. I don't need to hear anything from you, Spirit, God. This is my domain. I mean, this person even wanted to dictate Spirit. What is this? There's something here about this person's way of using emotions to manipulate people that was very bothersome to you in past lives and in this lifetime. And it's the authenticity portion of it that was very bothersome to you. You could see right through this person. You could see what this person was trying to do. You could see that this person was acting devilish, regardless of what their title was. Okay, very, very entitled is what this person was and is. We've got the Eight of Swords. The Hierophant. This person was trying to ruin a marriage, ruin a union. Three of Pentacles. Yeah. Third party. This was definitely someone who worked with this masculine. You see here how you've got this heart, and then you've got these three little angels, and two of the angels have those hammers in their hand, which are I put that deck away, but in the first card that I pulled out in the past life deck was the man using like a mallet or a hammer to build something. This was definitely someone who worked alongside this person. But as you can see, they were trying to put your masculine energy in a mental mind trap with the Eight of Swords here about your marriage, about your union. Five of Cups. Death. Clarify this Five of Cups. Two of Wands. The Sun. Your masculine here knew and has always known that this is a divine union between the two of you. Regardless of who you are title wise, who they are title wise, who this masculine energy who's jealous of your spiritual gifts is title wise. Your masculine doesn't care about that. They got very depressed, very upset. Okay, so say if they were traveling for work with this person, they found themselves in a really shitty mood, feeling sad, and also possibly neglecting your relationship. Definitely a conundrum of sorts. See this spider web? It's like this masculine, this other masculine energy here was just weaving a spider web of just darkness and sadness around your masculine. And this affected your masculine. It could have affected your children. You may have been praying for your masculine while they were gone, praying for justice, okay? Fairness, equality. And this has put your masculine through a major transformation in each lifetime. Yeah, Four of Wands. They've always been in love with you. Three of Cups. The community's always celebrated you in every lifetime. We've got the Tower, the Hanged Man. Five of Wands. Yeah. So, anyways, you've got this. I mean, I hope this is helpful as far as showing like what this would have looked like in a past life. So, in a past life, this is mirroring very much, yeah, Fury, this loser. Someone who's mad about your gift. They wanted your masculine to give to them, you know, eternal love. Bully. They've bullied you in every lifetime because they're jealous of your gifts. Anyways, it's really sad. I wonder if one lifetime your masculine will just tell this person to go fuck themselves right off the bat. Go fuck yourself. All right, let's get back into current energy. What's going on? What does the collective need to know? I don't know if y'all can hear that rain or not. We got social media, keeping tabs. Relationship, connecting. And then we've got family reconciliation. Bottom of the deck here, unfinished business. I don't know, maybe this is a past life beef here that needs to be sorted out in this lifetime, okay? Maybe in past lifetimes, clearly there was a disconnect between you and your masculine. It looks like they went through a transformation in a past lifetime too. Occupation, very much work related. Very, very much work related. You could be watching these two work together in this lifetime because of what you went through in a past lifetime. Knowing that this person has always been an enemy. House. Okay, this is coming out to clarify relationship, connecting, mature man. Okay, this is about your security. This is about your family. This is about what's yours. This is about privacy, stability. Not allowing an outsider to penetrate those walls. This says here family and reconciliation, and it says security, rebuild. Okay, and then you've got the wealthy man to clarify that. This is your emperor, this is your eternal love, this is every single lifetime, okay? This person's wanting to rebuild security, emotional security, intimate security. We got courthouse. Yeah, I mean, with unresolved situation and unfinished business here, it's almost like this is definitely past life. Definitely something from a past life here. Poverty in the reverse and journey. This could be, some kind of lesson where this person needs to go through in order to, I don't know, maybe you divorced this person in a past lifetime. Maybe they neglected you enough because of what they were going through that you said enough is enough, threw in the towel and walked away. You can only put up with so much if somebody is allowing a third party to interfere and to cause discord in a relationship. You can only put up with that so much, even if this is your divine counterpart, even if this is your twin flame. Okay, you're still human. You're still living a human experience, and if you're feeling neglected, like you don't have any security, you have no intimacy, you have no bonding going on because this person's allowing somebody on the outside to persecute you and your union, you may have walked away. We had message of concern, adjudication, and then we had poverty in the reverse and journey. Like, this definitely could be a situation where you said, no, I'm done. I'm leaving this situation. I'm going to get justice whatever way I need to get it. Okay, so you may be patient during this lifetime to see if this person's going to make the right decision or if they're not. Time, waiting, cycles, moments. Yes, I just said that. You might be being very patient. Foundation, established, family, security. This is all about family. Bluff, pretending, mask, exaggeration. Bottom of the deck, releasing, letting go, moving on, walking away. You got anxiety. You could be experiencing quite a bit of anxiety. This person too. See how I said that there was something about a watch, them looking at the time, watching the time. This person's doing that and they're feeling anxiety. This definitely is stemming from a past life. This is definitely like, I've got to get back to my family, to my divine feminine before she leaves. Joy. Okay. Healing. This person wants to heal this with you. Okay. They want to bring, yeah, we got change, anger, slow down. Clarify this change, hope, clarify anger, gloom, clarify slow down. Oops. Optimism. So, intuition. This person here, your person, okay, they're dealing with someone here who's been wearing a mask, right? Someone who's full of shit, all of that. What they've been doing is they've been hoping for change, right? They're hoping that this person's going to change. Maybe this person will stop talking shit about my spouse, about my divine feminine. Okay? They're very burdened by this person's anger and hatred towards you and towards your union. That bothers them very much. What they're working on is changing their viewpoint, slowing down a little bit, and trying to remain positive, optimistic. Oh shit, I hope that's not fucking up my voice. They're being led to release this person, this masculine energy, because they're causing blocked emotions. They're causing an issue in this union. Okay? Their intuition is telling them you need to release this. It's causing stress. All right, let's keep going. Escaping, avoiding, blocking, pushing away. Distance, separation, blockage, space, perspective, better off, happiness, clear head face. I've been saying some weird words lately. Conflict, clashing, differences, incompatibility, breaking point, limit, final straw, overwhelmed. So this could be both of you kind of feeling this way, hopeless, worried about your union. You could be avoiding each other, definitely, because of this third party. This masculine's gotten to a point where they're ready to let go. They're ready to let go. They're ready to let go of the burdens of this situation. They're ready to let go of someone who's standing in the middle of this union. The runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. The sword and rose, clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, power. Healthy choices, making healthy choices in love and then life, self-love, self-care, being happier. And then you got addiction, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, restraint. This could be just a bad influence on this person. Somebody who's they have a fear of abundance. They have a fear of intimacy. It's jealousy. It's, why are you in love with somebody? Why do you guys get to have a happy union with each other? I don't have that in my life. Well, because you're an asshole. Because you don't actually take heed to the warnings that are coming to you from spirit to leave this fucking union alone. Divine guidance. Intuitive Kev. Five of Swords. Yes, you're masculine here, and you or whatever is using your intuition to say this is just somebody who's going to sabotage in a very sneaky way. And you know what? If you or your masculine allows this person to do it, then your union's going to fail because of it. Now you're aware this is a karmic connection. This is somebody who's very sneaky. I'm going to speak the truth. I'm going to reveal the truth. And I'm going to honor and protect my 10 of Pentacles that I have with my person. Now, what your person chooses to do with that is up to them. But you've been standing by. Healthy choices, the Most High. Making healthy choices in love and life. Self-love, self-care, being happier. You've been innocent in this entire situation. Karmic connections. This is coming out to clarify addiction. King of Swords. Yeah. Possession, controlling, has a block, restraint. This is this King of Swords that has tried to ruin your union in every single lifetime. Knight of Pentacles, tried to slow down your progression. Got Six of Swords, High Priestess, Seven of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. Yeah. You're not going to have anything to do with this. Nine of Pentacles, if that means you have to stand on your own, in your own strength, that's exactly what you're going to do. Ace of Wands. You're going to have a new passionate beginning no matter what happens here. Okay? This is frustrating energy to even read into. It's just frustrating. Because I think maybe this person was successful in a past life. And I don't know how it's going to be in this lifetime. But I do know that you have the strength to stand on your own 2 feet. Because you've done it. Page of Pentacles. When life gives you lemons, make enchanted lemonade. Okay? Two of Pentacles. When life gets chaotic, find a way to get grounded and balanced. All right? This is you creating. This is you connecting to Mother Earth. The High Priestess. When in doubt, your first gut feeling can always be trusted. It's really beautiful here. Nine of Cups. Live in a constant state of gratitude. The Moon. Taking time for deep self-reflection is essential. Queen of Pentacles. There's no need to sacrifice. You can have it all. Okay? All right. Let's get an angel number. We got 2. 5-5, unexpected shift, divine intervention, sudden challenges, love, pleasant surprises, gut feeling. Ay, ay, ay. This number serves as a gentle nudge to pursue whatever interests you most. It's possible that something could rock your boat, but you'll end up exactly where you belong, which could be in somebody's arms, your dream job, or abroad. 1221, taking initiative. Work, change, optimism, joy, communication, messages, good news, expression, high vibes. Work with what you have, and it will get you places. Count your blessing and acknowledge your dear ones. You will find inspiration and figure out a way forward. You might also be getting some good news soon. Okay? All right. I mean, in all of these cards here that, you know, this deck that I pulled out, there's a feminine energy who's by herself, who's standing on her own 2 feet, who's creating her own life. Okay? You got to be strong here. You got to be strong. I don't know what the outcome's going to be, but you definitely need to continue to follow your intuition here and just be strong. Be clear about where you're putting your focus right now. Focus on your desired outcome. You have everything within you to create the life of your dreams. Stop doubting yourself for once. This is your time. We've got you. If it's meant to be, it will be. You won't have to force, convince, or worry over it. Let it flow, let it be, and let it come to you. You are attracting everything you need. Trust the timing of your life. Okay? You don't have to fight. You do not have to fight to be loved. You do not have to fight another masculine to prove that you are who you are. You do not have to ask another masculine to walk away from someone who's standing in between your relationship. You don't have to do that. Listen, quiet your mind, beloved one, and listen to our gentle reassurance that everything has been taken care of. Stay in a quiet and receptive state without worrying about the exact nature of your desire's manifestation. A quiet mind and body hears us quickly and clearly. This is our request to you. Listen. Okay? You're being called to listen. I'm going to get one more angel message. Notice the signs. Yes, the signs you've been receiving are heaven sent. We drop feathers, coins, and other signs upon your path to remind you that you are loved and never alone. All right, let's get a closing message from the Starseed Oracle. I'm going to try to get one that we have not gotten yet. We get a message that we have not received yet. You're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. All right. The older the soul, the deeper the cave. Many star seeds and old souls enjoy their own company. Spending time alone can be comforting and necessary for their vitality, as it allows them to commune with their soul and fill up their energetic resources, especially if they have an underactive or open root chakra or find it hard being human. Many star seeds find it more nourishing to retreat than to spend time in their meaningless conversations and relationships. However, we must remember that we're not here to go about this life alone. Humans are pack animals, and we all need the love, company, and support of others, both emotionally and physically. In our increasingly online world, we can be connected to more people and yet feel more alone and isolated than ever. There's still so much we don't know about the energetic side effects of things like social media, with so many people knowing our news. What is going on in our auric field? What is it doing to our auric field? Commonly, we find ourselves in constant conversation, yet lacking the genuine connection of physical community and touch. The main message of this card is to step out of your cave and physically reach out to those in your life, to replenish when you need, but not to isolate yourself. This could be seeing friends and family who live nearby or having a regular catch-up walk with someone. In what ways can you open yourself up to the people who are physically in your life? Those you truly know. Starseed Soul Inquiry, how can you reach out to people in your life physically? Okay, I love that. I love that message. Social media has played a huge role in this connection, in what is standing in the way or how this person infiltrates this union in this lifetime. Obviously, that would not be the case in past lifetimes. It looks like this person traveled with this person, so they were physically in contact with them while you were in separation. That might be how this person's reaching your masculine in this lifetime, is by via social media. Okay, if they're not physically working with this person in the same exact environment, they're using social media to keep that tie between the two of them, okay, to make them feel like they're connected when they're not truly connected. So the best thing you can do right now is maybe disconnect, maybe get off of social media for a little bit, take a break. All right. Obviously, that's totally up to you. It's just coming up as a possible suggestion here. Don't take heed to what's going on social media. Don't invest your time and energy into anything that's going on in the virtual world. You need to be physically present. Okay. I noticed yesterday, I mean, the more physically present I am, the better off things are for me personally. I have a social media, I post things, I scroll on there every once in a while, but I'm aware of the fact that it's mindless scrolling. And I'm also aware of the fact that there's some shit on there that pisses me off. Okay. Sometimes that's what puts me in a bad mood, is the things that I'm seeing on social media. Yesterday, I've got this neighbor of mine, um and it's like over time we've become physically present with each other. Okay, he started going to the gym with me, so I see him, I ride in the car with him on, 2 days a week in the morning. That's turned into us now, sharing meals together. Then we have things in common because we're doing healthy things together, we're encouraging each other. Last night I was craving a steak because I was so freaking hungry after the workout I had, and I defrosted them, had nobody to eat with, and I reached out to him because he was outside, and I said, "Hey, do you want to cook some steaks?" He put them on the grill. I made some veggies, some sweet potato fries, and we sat down at a table and ate dinner together. And he said, I don't think I've ever sat at this table before, because he's by himself, I'm by myself. And I said, well, I had two steaks. If I didn't reach out to you to eat with me, then I would have been eating by myself. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. There's nothing wrong with being alone, standing on your own 2 feet. But the connection to other humans, that physical connection, and we exchanged words with each other. He said, my cousin came by because that's who we both rent from. And he said, yeah, I talked to her and I told her I'm so happy to have you here. And I said, that's funny because when I talked to her, I told her the same thing about you. Okay. So I guess what I'm saying is, like, he's single, kind of on his own. I'm single on my own, but we live on the same property together in separate homes. But we found a way to just slowly physically connect to each other. And it's great. It's wonderful. He doesn't need to be sitting there having dinner by himself every night. I don't need to be sitting here having dinner by myself every night. Obviously, the nights that I have my kids, I eat with them. But anyways, it's been a learning process for me. And I'll tell you what, between scrolling on social media versus sitting down at a dinner table and having a physical dinner with another human who you can connect with and talk to and enjoy the company of, you can't compare those two things. Okay. The joy that comes from connecting with another human, as opposed to just sitting in your own home looking through some stupid fake virtual shit that's just going to make you mad, is it's that's what life is about. It's to be experienced. Okay. So anyways, get out there, connect with people, don't be afraid to do that. All right. You're going to get out you're going to get back what you put out. All right. So connect with people authentically, physically, get out into the world, put your feet on the ground, talk, commune. And, as far as this whole reading goes, I don't know what to say. I mean, this seems to be like the masculine's work here. I think you just need to disconnect and disconnect virtually and start connecting physically, and let this play out the way it's going to in its own time. Okay. So that's all I got for you. I hope you enjoyed this message. If you did, please press the like and subscribe button. Have a wonderful Sunday. Get out there, connect with somebody, enjoy yourself, and I'll see you during the next reading. Take care.